in the mirror. Man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to talk to you about right now is that somewhere in these United States of America, there is somebody that is ugly. This is an educational video trying to educate us on the importance of also protecting the ugly people as much as we protect the pretty people. So let me go ahead and get into this situation about ugly situations, man. Hold on right quick. I have a lady who wants to speak to you about the ugly. Let me get to it. Here we go.
Now, I am fully prepared for whatever fallout comes after I make this video. But what I am tired of doing is watching people lie to other people. I watched a video where a young lady is saying she knows that she is not pretty, but she hates that certain men that she likes treat her poorly because they don't find her attractive. The women in the comment section are telling her over and over and over again how beautiful she is, how pretty she is, and they are trying to encourage her to believe that she is pretty. I want y'all to understand that the problem with that is she is not pretty.
You got to understand, it's a horrible and cruel thing to do, to try to convince someone that is ugly that they're pretty. Let me tell you what I think. I put women in 4 categories, and I mentioned this before, and I will mention it again. Category number 1, you have the attractive woman. That's the pretty woman, the woman that you can't wait to see. You just love to see her smile. The second category is the average woman. That is the woman that doesn't look that bad, but she sure as fuck don't look that good. You also have category number 3. That is the ugly woman. The type of woman that'll make your eyelids just fall off, just ugly, in my most humble opinion. But then there's a 4th category, a category of darkness and pain and sorrow and animals howling. This category of woman I call the ugly motherfuckers. Now, it's important that you understand what I mean by the ugly motherfuckers. This is when a person has reached the most highest level of uglytivity. There's no coming back from that. I'm talking about a woman who is so ugly that when she goes into a bank, they turn off all the security cameras because she's ugly. And this is not to be disrespectful. This is all how I feel. This is my humble opinion. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but we got to have a real conversation here. The way you know if a woman falls in the category, the 4th category of the ugly motherfuckers, is when she throws a boomerang and it won't come back because she's that ugly. This woman here makes a very valid point. There are a lot of women who try to tell women who are average and below that they look good. You look good, sis. But they don't. They never do. And they never will. And this is why when you go out on a dating scene, you'll find women who look like a rhinoceros, a sick one. And they will still try to act as if their poop do not stink because other women have gassed their heads up. It's not the men sometimes. Sometimes it's the women trying to build her self-esteem. But you cannot ever build the self-esteem of someone who is savagely unattractive. Now, I know there's going to be a mustard-back heifer who's going to hit me with the mustard-back heifer talk, and she'll say something like this right here.
Mr. Hill, how are you talking about anybody with your bald-headed self? What, you think you look good? Oh, bald-headed man, you old, man. Look at you. You can't tell nobody who's pretty and who's ugly.
Well, let me say this to you, you mustard-back heifer. I may not be the most handsome man on the planet, but I know something that many women and men know. We know that everybody looks better when they stand next to the ugly motherfucker. Whenever you stand next to someone who is savagely unattractive, it will already make you look 10 points better than you did before. Some women are so savagely unattractive. The only time they look good is after 7 glasses of tequila. And even then, she just get into category number 2, which is average. That's because she's that ugly. Again, this is not to disrespect nobody. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. This is all my humble opinion. This is an educational and instructional video. I'm just trying to equip you so we can protect the ones who don't look that good. Let's keep going.
Everybody can't be pretty. Everybody can't be handsome. If everybody was pretty or handsome, then there would be no category of pretty or handsome, because that would be the standard, right? Y'all get so upset about being average looking that it is an offense when somebody says you're average. No, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful. No, you're lying to yourself. And what I don't want for this young woman who lives in reality to do is get an overinflated ego, to have her confidence boosted and her self-esteem boosted to the point to where she starts trying to date outside of the level where she needs to be.
And that is frightening. Have you ever been someplace smelling good as a man, dressed good, looking good, shining, and then you notice the ugly motherfucker looking at you? Have anyone ever went through that? It's horrible. Have you ever been through that? It's terrible. I'm telling you that right now. Imagine being so ugly that when you have someone drop your car off at the mechanic works on your car because it's broken, right? Well, the person who drops the car off is not the same person who comes to pick the car back up. It's the ugly motherfucker. So now you walk up and you ask the mechanic, "Where's my car?" He looks at you puzzled. You think he's puzzled because he hasn't found what's wrong with the vehicle. No, not at all. He's puzzled because he has never seen nothing like you. You're unique to him. You're different. It's not easy being an ugly motherfucker. It's just not. So we must find a way to protect the people who are savagely unattractive. I say this out of love and not hate. I say this to bring peace into the world. Because as long as there's an ugly motherfucker out there, there's never gonna be any peace out here. I'll tell you that right now. Have you ever met a person who is ugly and have a terrible attitude? How are you gonna have a terrible attitude while you're ugly? I mean, it's terrible enough that you're ugly. Let's keep going.
And it only amplifies her poor treatment, because she's going to start going after men that don't like her. And if she don't realize the signs of rejection soon enough, she is going to end up doing way more than what she needs to do to get the attention of the men that she like but don't like her. So y'all be setting these people up for failure when you lie to them. She is openly accepting that she is an average looking woman. That does not mean that she deserves poor treatment. Not at all. That just means that she may align best with an average man. And then they can go on and have a great life together. But if she continues, or she believes what the majority of comments say, she is going to start thinking that instead of her being a 5, she is now an 8. And if her complaint is being treated bad, then she's only going to be treated worse, because she's going to start trying to get the attention that 8s get. And they're going to be able to see right through that.
Exactly. You have to date. You have to stay in your lane, because you may be one of the ugly motherfuckers. I mean, a woman that is so ugly that on every Halloween she is forced on Halloween nights to trick or treat over the phone. She cannot come to a person's house because she's that ugly. I'm not lying to you. I am talking about a woman who is so ugly she can model for death threats. That is terrible. That is scary. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this video is for educational purposes, to educate you about those who are around us. to build their self-esteem. Because when you come around an ugly motherfucker, your self-esteem might drop. Make your skin itch, don't it? It burns, don't it? But when you a musty back heifer, you don't care.
I don't care what nobody think about me. So what if I'm ugly as fuck? I don't care. Somebody gonna like this coochie. Somebody gonna want this ugly, nasty, nasty, mangled up coochie. But I'm an ugly motherfucker. I'm an ugly musty back heifer. So what? What's your point, Mr. Hill? Why you always making fun of the musty back heifer?
I don't know. I just think it needs to be done. Well, anyway, I hope y'all are safe out there this morning. And do your best not to laugh at the ugly motherfucker.
Ooh, 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 ooh.